This video will showcase some common styles that can be used to format image elements on a web page. Image elements are inline block elements by default, which means we can use style rules to set the width and the height to adjust how big or small the image is on a page. We can also set various borders around our images, as well as a border radius. The first style we will apply is a border. We apply a border with the rule border, and then we must list 3 different values: the width of the border, the style of the border, and the color of the border. Since this is on the image tag, every image on the page, all 3 of them, will get a 2-pixel solid black border when we reload. And we can see that that applied to all of our images. Now we'll go ahead and apply some more specific styles to our lead image ID. The first style we'll introduce is a width of 600 pixels. Applying a width of 600 pixels will change the width of the globe image to 600 pixels exactly, regardless of how big the page is. Notice that the image looks the same as before, it just looks a little bit smaller. That's because we only changed the width. Changing either just the width or just the height will keep the aspect ratio of the image and ensure that it doesn't get distorted. We can also add in some additional styles to make our lead image look a little bit better. We can add in a border that is 5 pixels and dashed and pink to make our lead image stand out a little bit more. Notice that this style conflicts with the default image style that we made of a 2-pixel solid black border. Any ID level style will override a tag level style because it is more important. Additionally, we can apply a border radius to this lead image. Border radius will curve the edges of this by about 15%. Notice that if we change this value to 35%, we'll see that there is more rounding happening on the image. It is becoming closer to a circle. And finally, changing the border radius to 100% will show us that we have an oval circular shape instead of our rectangle with rounded edges. Now we're going to go ahead and add some styles to the side image class. First, we'll make the side image a width of 200 pixels. And our side image, of course, is our Springford logo. We'll then give it a border radius of 50% to make it more circular. And then we'll apply a float left. A float style will allow the image to float on one side of the screen, in this case on the left, and allow text to appear next to it. By default, all images are inline block elements, so they will take up the entire width of the page, and text here in our paragraph divs will not be allowed to be next to it. However, applying a float left will allow the text to move next to the image, giving us a more cohesive look on our page. We can also change this float to be right if we want our image to float on the right-hand side of the page.